Hello everybody, welcome back. Episode 40, do you believe it? 40 episodes we've recorded in this wonderful journey building the Lake Erie and North Shore Railroad, and I'm really happy you stuck with us. I know it's been a while since we've done some videos, but we're now back at it. We'll see these videos coming fast and furious, and this video right now is just going to bring us to a bit of a pause, working on the escarpment and the retaining wall area. But we'll see some pretty good stuff. We're going to look at continuing the detail in the around the retaining wall, and we're also going to show you how to remove the tape that we put on. I know it sounds simple, but you know, if you don't do it right, you can really wreck a lot of stuff, which is what I did. So we'll show you how to do that right, repairing some ballast and just some other stuff that needs to be repaired. And we'll give you an overview of the progress so far on the escarpment, and we'll put the mining company up so that you can have a look at that and see how that looks. And it's looking really good. So I'm glad you stayed with us. I'm happy you're still supporting the channel, and the videos will now start coming fast and furious. All right, let's go to it. And guess what? We need some railroad soul. Across the prairies to the sea, they laid the iron for the rails and we ride. They shared their lives, their hearts, and their pride. They had railway soul. Okay, so we're back. I'm just going to show you, I've done some more work on this retaining wall, and so I've put some more foliage in. Okay, you can see here I put a tree in, over here I put a little bush in, over there I put another little bush in, put some more foliage around the bottom and the top. Get a look at that. Now I am going to I will be putting some sort of junk along the bottom, maybe some old ties, tires, stuff like that. So I'll put those in there and then I'll come back and show you that. But what I wanted to show you now is this area over here. So I'll just back this away a bit. So you can see there's been a little bit of damage along the ballast there. So I just kind of cleared that out with a bit of a chisel and a vacuum. And now I'm just going to go through and I'm going to re-ballast this area. So I'm going to use the same technique I've used on all the other ballast. And be back once I get that done, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, we're back. I've done a bit more here on this wall. I'll just kind of zoom in a bit so you can see some of the stuff. So you can see at the end I put some barrels there. Put a little pile of sticks with a tire. Over here I put some rusty rails. Been piled up just to give it a, I'm going to be putting some more stuff in there too, but just wanted to give you a general update on this. And then over here we have fixed this area, which had lost some of the ballast when I pull the tape up. So that's, let's zoom out a bit on that. So that's looking better. Very good. The beauty of this hobby, man, I'll tell you what, any mistakes you make, you can usually correct. So you just go back and touch it up or redo it even. So there is what the wall is starting to look like. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to reposition the camera, and then I'm going to pull this tape off here because I am really getting anxious to run some trains. We've been working on this escarpment for a long time. I think I might take a break and do a couple other things and then come back, just because I'm really getting anxious to run trains, and with all this tape and stuff down, it's hard to do. So I'm going to pull this up, and if I have to retape, I'll just retape if we're going to do more scenery. But I think I'll take a break on this scenery thing for a while, and got a couple of really cool things I want to do. One is put a camera on one of the trains, and I'll show you how to do that, one of the train cars, and then maybe we'll run some trains, just to break up the scenery thing. And then we got a bunch of wiring we got to do because I have to rewire some control panels at the end here. So I'm gonna take a break from the scenery for a few episodes, and then we'll come back. All right, but let me know what you think. Let me know if you think it's looking good or if it's looking bad, made mistakes, let me know. Again, we'll just get a little bit of a close up here. Now, I think it's coming out amazing. I think this looks really good. I might have to put a little bit of, maybe a bit of brown on those rails. They look a little bit bright, but we'll see if they fade away. Okay, so let me reset up this camera, and we'll get you involved in the excitement of pulling off this tape. Okay, so I've repositioned. I'm gonna start pulling this tape off now. And I would just say, when you're doing this, be very careful. I made some mistakes on the other side. I pulled it off too fast and pulled up a lot of the ballast and other stuff that you really want maintained. Okay, that one came up very cool, very easy. Just a couple chunks have come off. And you'll see here a little bit of area that has to be redone, and then over here there'll be a little bit that has to be redone. Now, same thing here. We're going to go nice and slow. Nice and slow. And if you get a bit of resistance, a little bit of patience goes a long way here. Here we go. We're getting stuck here. Just want to nice and gently pull this up. Let's see, we have pulled a little bit away there. Not too bad. Now this goes way up inside that. Let's see if I can just pull it loose. Excellent. All right. So that was relatively painless. We got a little bit of stuff here pulled loose, but that's all just from the sculpt mold. I'll tell you what, that was the unveiling. It's pretty exciting, actually, for me anyway. You just never know what's going to happen. So that pulled up really good. Okay, now of course there's going to be some major track cleaning going on here. And then, now that this is all cleared up, I'm going to go do the rest of the tape. We got some more over there. We're going to take off same way. And it just reminded me now that I've got that green foam stuff showing through there, so I'm gonna probably paint that up a bit, just as I don't like the green. But other than that, we're gonna then clean the track. And I know I have some up here to take off too. But same technique, just nice and slow pulling it off. Massive track cleaning, which you don't probably need to see. I mean, I can show you a little bit if you want. Just let me know in the comments, or send out an email. Let me know what you want. And if I get enough guys that want to see it, I'll just put a little segment in, maybe 30 seconds or so. Okay, so I'm back. I'm just going to give you a bit of a overview here. So you can see I've got the paint. I've done some painting in there, so that green is gone now. And I've got all the tape off and all the knee pad stuff that I was using to kneel on off the yard there. So I just wanted you to get a little bit of a see of how it looks. Now I've also put the mind up so you can get a look at how that's going to look. Okay, and I'll go and get another angle on that too, but it's starting to look pretty darn good, I think. And I still have to put the shrubs and foliage and trees along that escarpment, which we will be doing shortly in another video. Okay, but I just wanted to show you how all this came up. With the tape been removed, and it's starting to look pretty good. And there's the mining company, and there's the other aspect of the escarpment. Okay, so I'm just going to go and change the camera angle, and we'll give you another angle. So a little bit of a different angle here. So you remember when we started a few videos ago, probably about 4 or 5 videos ago, this was nothing but a hole between the two benches. And so we've now gone through the system, gone through the series of putting the sort of this styrofoam stuff in, how to cut it, how to layer it, and then the painting and covering it with the plaster of Paris type, really fine plaster of Paris type juicy mix to make it rock-like. I'll just zoom in on this a little bit so you can see how that's starting to look. So I think it's come out really good. Now we're going to put some shrubberies and trees and all that kind of stuff next. And there's the mining. I just set that down. Haven't done any of the work around it, around the base. That'll be another video. We'll go and we'll detail that. And so I'm just giving you a little bit of an overview. I'll get a little bit of a different view now. I'm walking along here. And then, so we need to start finishing up in this area here, get that completed. But I'll just skim down here now. And there we go. That's how the mining company looks. I still got to finish that groundwork around that silo. Okay, and so it's all starting to come together. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit on that, give you a big picture how it all looks. And so we've still got to fill in all this area here now. This is going to be an industrial area, not really industrial, sort of mild industrial. We're going to put, well, there will be, I think, a steel fabricating place in here, and you can see that that is the opening where I can come up from below the bench and get access to this area all in here. Okay, and now this will be filled in. I'm not quite sure. I was going to put a lake there, but I think now I'm going to put a, I'll just have a building there that I can lift off, because I kept the cutout when I did it. So hopefully it'll fit back in there nicely. And I'll just put a few clamps on the bottom to hold it in place. But come a long way since day one. If you've been watching the video series since day one, you'll see a lot of stuff's happening. And so we're gonna finish off the, well, we won't finish it off, but we'll make some more progress on the escarpment. And we'll get the detailing done over here. And I'm pretty excited about the next phase, which is going to be over here, because this is the old engine house that we built in one of the modules previous, one of the episodes. And over in here, there's going to be a big oil tank, like a diesel oil tank, and a refilling station for the engines here. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the next, you know, at some point, this whole section here is going to be a big long trestle, and then this will be sort of a lake down here, and that little thing here is going to be a river coming down. So we got some stuff cut out for us. It's all exciting, but I think I'm going to move on from this video now, and we will try to go into the next video, which is to do with hooking up a camera, and then we'll get some footage going around this layout. And I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's going to be pretty cool. All right, so hang in there. Don't shut us down. I know it's been a while since we've done a video this time. Just time gets away from you sometime, but back out here now. Excited to get going again, so the videos will keep coming fast and furious now. So until next time, hang in there and subscribe to the channel, and press the like button and press the little bell so that you get updates. And this is all about building a model railroad. Ain't it great? See you soon.